Okay, so in this session what we are going to configure is static translations on ASA firewall. So going back to the ASA console over here, so what basically we want to configure is rules for these servers. Okay, so initially let's do static translation for the partner servers and for the DMZ servers, static NAT 1.1. okay, and then we'll configure then next I'll show you static parting. Okay, so let's begin with static NAT. So you have to configure 1.1. okay, now going back to the console here, show running NAT. Okay, we just have this portion here, show NAT, and I think this is in section 3. so show run objects. So we already have some objects created here, 3 of them, right? So let's write down the rules. So I'll use the same objects, or probably you can create another one. Let's create a new one. Object network DMZ server 1. Just give me a minute, let me see. Okay, 192.168.1, this is inside. Okay, no worries. Let's do it for this DMZ server 1, and description DMZ server 192.168.10.1, no, 10.100. okay, host 192.168.10.100, real IP, and now you write down the NAT rule inside this. NAT zone is, do a question mark with zone, source, and your outgoing is which type of translation we are doing?
Static.
Next. So you have already given your real IP. Mapped IP, what do you expect it to be? Mapped IP is, let's say, 111.100. exit. The rule goes to what's your rule? This object, which is 192.168.10.100, between DMZ and outside, gets translated to, again, 4 elements what I told you. So if we look at this rule, this particular rule here, you said object network you have given a single IP here. So let me put this in red here, 192.168.10.100, real IP. Then you give another statement here saying NAT. Okay, your source zone is and you have given the destination or the outgoing zone, which is, and you have given the mapped keyword static and the mapped IP. Okay, let me write down here. Yeah, so close the parenthesis. Type of translation is static, and the mapped IP 111. So like last time around, what you have actually done here is you have mapped these again, like you need real interface. So this is your real IP, and this maps to, and this is your mapped IP. So whenever, if your packet is received on this interface of firewall, which is DMZ SRV interface, and you happen to receive a packet where source is this, then what you do is change this IP address into this IP address and then dispatch the packet okay. In this case, the destination, if happens to be something on, okay, so let's see how does this work. So I think we have already done this part, right? Let's get back to the console. Yeah, we have already done this. Now what you need to check is when your server tries to go outside and access this, which is here, right? Did we miss something? It says 00 only, right? I've used it twice if I'm not wrong. 192, 168, 10, 100. 92, 168, 10, 100, 100. Just give me a minute. I recreated that. Okay, let me go here. Just give me a minute. Object network DMZ F00 DMZ F0 and host 192.168.10.100 and NAT rule NAT outside static show run NAT. Okay, show run now. Let's go out here. So you as dot 192.168.10.100, the server gets translated to 11100. But if you go to outside and try to, it doesn't work. Why? Low to high, right? So whenever you configure static NAT, typically like this for your servers, what you need to do is you need to configure an ACL on the firewall. So let's configure the access list, access dash list, allow incoming, okay, permit TCP connection from anyone on internet to my server.
192.168.
Yes, and here you need to use a real IP address. Okay. So you can use object as well. Okay, or if not, you can use the IP address as well. EQ port number 23 and port number 80.
We have to always use the internal IP.
Real IP.
Real IP.
Yes. Okay. Done. Okay, let's write down the second entry using the name of the object. Show run object inline include DMZ. I think it's DMZ F0. Yeah, this is the one you want to use, right? So write down this ACL using the object. Okay, sorry, I have to take off this. Show run access list. Do you get this? Now how do you apply access dash group? Okay, give the name of the ACL. What is the name of the ACL?
Allow incoming.
Which direction and which interface?
Inside.
Outside. Okay, so where do we apply this? We are applying the ACL here in this direction, which is in direction, so that anyone from here, when he access an IP address 1.1.1.100, right? So in this case, if there is a packet, okay, which is coming from outside, wherein let's say this one is good, wherein the source IP address is something else, let's say 4.2.2.2 for example, but the destination IP address is 1.1.1.100. Okay, protocol is TCP, source port is something. Okay, and your destination port happens to be this. Okay, in this case, what will happen? The packet will come. This is your source, and this portion here is destination, right? This will come and hit your outside interface. Now outside interface will check, do I have any existing connection entry? No, I am seeing it for the first time. No worries. Next one, translation. Untranslation happens. So at this point it will check this rule. It will check the rule here, and in this rule the packet is received where? On
Outside interface.
when the packet is received on outside interface, do you see any of these IPs in the packet? Yes, I see this IP address in the packet here.
Map it with this one.
In that case, untranslate this IP back to,
Real.
say, this packet. What you see here, this packet becomes like this. Your source remains same, but your destination becomes okay. And at this point, if your firewall checks the routing table, at this point for this destination, if your firewall checks the routing table, it points towards which interface? Do you get this? Do you get this? So the packet comes, this is a real packet, what comes from internet. You untranslate and it becomes, and it's dispatched to this destination, which is here. Do you get this? So let's try. For this, what you have done, you have already given what? ACL. You have already put an ACL here at this point.
We have applied ACL in direction of outside interface.
Correct. Okay, so let's
So
get back.
direction will be decided from where is the source, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
So source is on internet, right?
Okay, source is internet, so outside interface.
This is private subnet.
Yeah.
You have mapped it with a, okay. So at this point, if you try from here outside, open, and this is good enough of a test to let you know that the packet was able to go through. Okay, so you can jump back to the firewall console and check this. Just give me a minute. Okay, so just stay back here. Let's do one thing. Let's go to DMZ server here. Config T. Come. Generate a key, define a username, and then enable okay. So this is for your DMZ server here. Admin Cisco and show you're doing. Try a web, you should be able to get this. So let's do a web connection. Okay, go back, check the connection entry here, hit count and check the translation. Where is it? I think that's closed. Yeah, it's this one only. It's static. Okay, you can check this also. Okay, this is 1-to-1. What do you want to do? Many to one. Okay, so now, okay, so this is your static NAT 1-to-1, and just to revise what you have done, is you have created an static NAT for this was section 2, which is your Auto NAT, and it's simple. All you have to do is object network, create the object F0, and the IP address was 192.168.10.100. Just write down the rule NAT DMZ server outside static and give the mapped IP. Okay, if you have already created this, you can also do this object network, and you can say DMZ SR mapped IP host 111.100, and in the rule here you can use, instead of this, you can use fine, good. And finally, to allow access, you just create access list from anyone to host or anyone to object, your object name, port numbers. Finally, apply this. Allow incoming, indirection or interface. That's it. Good. Okay. Next is to do patting. Okay. Now we'll do this in the next section. Next will be static patting. Okay.